Yeah, welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in as always. I appreciate that. And let's recap E3 2016. So let's start with Bethesda. This is the second time that they took the stage. And the interesting thing about the Bethesda is that they, I think, announced prior to E3 that they have two major projects, major RPGs in the works, according to Todd Howard, the main honcho at Bethesda. But they showed nothing on E3. They just showed some new stuff for existing games like Fallout 4, a new addition to the Elder Scrolls Online game. They are going to reboot Prey, which is interesting because, well, Bethesda is good at rebooting games like Wolfenstein and Doom. So they'll probably work, but again, nothing really new or interesting or innovating, I think. So let's move on to EA. I can be quick about EA. A lot of multiplayer competitive shooters, Battlefield 1, Titanfall, Call of Duty, whatever. I'm not really interested in that. It's just I'm not good at multiplayer shooters. It looks all very slick, looks all very shiny, but it's just not for me. Move on to Ubisoft. Ubisoft is, I think, destroying the open world games nowadays. They are just focusing on that. I once thought that open world games were the holy grail in the gaming industry, but since Red Dead Redemption, there hasn't been one that I think is better, basically. So they're going to focus on more Division. They're going to release another Watch Dogs. Didn't really like Watch Dogs that much. It looks pretty samey from Ubisoft. So let's move on to Microsoft. Now, Microsoft was quite interesting because Microsoft's position is interesting. They are falling behind Sony, so they have to do something. And they're branching out on PC with their cross-selling of games for Windows 10. But there's a problem there because PC is dominated by Steam, by Ubisoft, by EA as well. So that will be interesting to see if Microsoft can embrace the PC market once again. It's kind of weird that they moved away from it because everybody's using Windows and now they have sort of rediscovered PC. Oh, we got Windows 10, so why not utilize games for Windows 10? But again, they have to do something, and I guess from Microsoft, you have to expect some innovation here and there. Again, they're falling behind Sony, so the thing is that Microsoft also announced a new console for 2017, but also are going to release a slimmer version of the Xbox One. Now, why would I buy an Xbox One, even a slim version, if in 2017 there'll be a new console? So I'm kind of I'm worried. I am just confused with that. But again, they're moving forward. They have to move forward because they're falling behind Sony sales. Talking about Sony, Sony had quite a good press conference. It was quite short, which is good, and they showed a lot of slick trailers for some interesting games. Some old, like the Last Guardian, and they're going to reboot the God of War games. Looked interesting. They're going to release sort of a Last of Us. I'm not sure what the name of the game was, but a kind of a post-apocalyptic action thing. Looked interesting. They had Kojima on stage. Again, very interesting to see what he will come up with after the Metal Gear Solid franchise. So yeah, oh, and of course that prehistoric game with the chick running around shooting arrows at big bosses. That looked very interesting. So yeah, Sony brought the goods to the table for people that like gaming. Microsoft are moving their hardware around. Some focus here on VR as well, but everybody's doing VR nowadays. Steam is doing it. Xbox is doing it, Sony is doing it, and I'm still not convinced because if I want to play a game, just going to kick back on the couch, and I don't want to wear a big headset to game. Like I just want something in my hands and just play And that's it, really. So that's my recap of E3 2016. So let me know what you think. And subscribe, leave comments, and see you next time. Bye.